driven the furthest
Or flown.
or flown? Who's the furthest from here? If you think you are, raise your hand. And where will you be from?
Came down from Washington, D.C.
D.C. Okay.
Toronto.
One more. One more.
North side of the island.
We've got anybody else from out of state? No?
Out of country.
Toronto seems to be the one.
Well, for the Canadians, we have a little gift. My wife thought of this, and something to kind of remind you of the South. We'll pass this back to you. This is Frank's Moonshine Jelly.
Thank you very much.
After I saw that jelly bean article, teenagers putting vodka on gummy bears. And Washington, you know, Washington, D.C. Oh, we have.
That's not where I'm from.
We have something more appropriate for you. This is our old-fashioned Claxton fruitcake. Okay. We're almost there. And there was no one else from, listen, anyone else from like North Carolina, Georgia?
How about a far away in Georgia? Anybody from
Yeah, far away from Georgia.
Atlanta?
There's an Atlanta.
Probably not going to.
Well, we're going to cut you in on Frank the Moonshiner's corn cob jelly.
Corn cob is very useful.
Cam, did that have to be on the internet? Was that hooked up to the internet?
That's why you had that on the
Yeah.
internet, and this isn't connected.
It worked when we practiced.
I
Okay.
could have a lot of people connected, so that's why I got stuck.
Yeah, lesson number 5, engage the people. We've heard all the reasons already about why you engage the people. Once you've got your facts straight and you've got a reason that people want to be a part of, these are some examples of how the people engaged. And also, one of those that I had the privilege of being a part of was the Open Beach Resolution, where you could online support an Open Beach Resolution to try to keep the beach open for the public and give us your input about what you think about that. And amazingly, over 10,000 people emailed, and about 90% of them had a comment, you know, about that. This was a printed copy of that we've discovered. This next slide is, and I don't know if you'll notice, I've lost 35 pounds and cut all my hair off since that. I put that one in there. I was trying to get these senators to sign on to some accurate information and legislation about jekyll, and they sort of hollered and calling for Lieutenant Governor to help them. And Senate photographer got a picture of that, and very importantly, and yes,
Oh, it should be.
How many wonderful people will support you when they recognize that you're trying to do the right thing. Lesson number 6. We're getting close now. I only said 7. Persistence. Stick to your guns, never give up despite opposition, obstacles, and setbacks. You must be focused, willing to stand up for what you believe in. We talked about having that fire in your belly. And I don't think there's really a problem with this one, is persistence on this one, because when the people, when the JA board and the legislators, I don't think they knew what hit them. Really. And in fact, I can remember their staffers, they were actually schooled to say, don't talk to Chapman about Jekyll. Because I get them a staffer and I start explaining the things to them, you know, the truth, and I just kind of went easy, and they go back and say, "What? He's right. Why aren't you helping?" With Senator Ralph Hudgens' wife, I did that with her especially. He's now the insurance commissioner. And she said, "You ought to be helping him with this." And I said, and sometimes it's necessary to show a little teeth. Not as fast as ever so good, a little bit mad, stay up and fight. That's clearly the initiative. That's an initiative. Remember, that's clearly one thing I believe in, and sometimes you have to show your teeth. Now this next slide, it just validates the fact that you'll have some tough climbs in this work. If you believe in something, anything worth fighting for, it's not going to be easy, but you know, it's a tough climb, but you've got to be prepared to handle it. And always, what's really important is that you keep a smile and you never let the bad guys see you sweat. And this is a great bit of that tough climb. If you ever see Babs McDonald on the opposite side of an issue, that's worse than 60 minutes being at your front door. This next one is reminded me of Mindy Egan. I mean, this woman just has.
Oh, she's out of the room.
You know,
She's out
some
of the
people
room.
would say she has no tact, but I'm not going to say that. She's fearless, and that's exactly what you need in an organization. Now, there's a giant board. Notice this fourth dog right here. It's not, do I really want to be a police dog or not? Also, a quote from an empty member that I think is so true is that if you ever notice that the people that tell you you can't beat City Hall are the people from City Hall. That was a great quote. And last but not least, lesson to be learned, number 7, is that it's very wise to have at least one pastor on your board. Somebody who's familiar with the original founder of Jekyll, somebody who's, you know, how places that we can call on and has pull with everybody. That'd be Pastor Greg Larry. Can I get an amen, Pastor? The next slide, the one thing I did, I made a note here before I clicked to it, is y'all kind of hit on it already. Your work is not over. You simply must be ever vigilant. When they try to steal the jewel out of the public museum and they catch them or they stop them, they don't continue providing security for the jewel because they're coming back. They're looking for another day, another opportunity. And Jekyll Island is truly a jewel. I said the initiative to protect Jekyll Island is a real life example that one person or one group can make a difference. In today's environment, that's very inspiring if you think about it. Y'all are clearly that example. This board and these members have much to be proud of. My family and I want to thank you very much for allowing us to be a part of it. And I will yield the floor to Dr. Egan.
Well, I'd like to say something before you sit down, sir, and that is that you helped restore my faith in politicians. And I was really disappointed that your attempt to become governor of Georgia did not gain traction, because I think Georgia really lost a great opportunity for leadership, and I just want to thank you for running.
Hear, hear.
Thank you, Jeff. That was wonderful. Thank you for everything. Just a wonderful presentation. Before we adjourn for a happy hour, I do want to thank, I'd like to mention the Hampton Inn, because they have really been good to us. They have really helped us out with this, and so I did want to mention them and let you all know that they have been very good helping us with this meeting. I'd also like to thank all of you all for coming. I'd like to thank the advisory board, the board, the executive committee and everyone for everything that you've done. And for the rest of you who have come, thank you so much. As I guess Nikki said, really without you all, we wouldn't be anything. So we really do very much appreciate your commitment, and we appreciate the fact that you took time tonight, or this afternoon, this evening, to be with us. And let's go have some fun.